What a matchup!
And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS on an unlimited LTE plan and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.
This is No BS Job Search Advice Radio, episode 1029. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and welcome. School year started to come up on the end of its year, and for those of you who are graduating, this is a show for you. It's one where I help you answer the question of, tell me about a mistake you made and what you learned from it. For an experienced person, or a very experienced person, this is an easy question. For you, it may be a little harder. Hope you found this helpful. Hope you give it 5 stars in iTunes or Stitcher. It helps other people discover the show. And I want to mention to you that subscribe to this show and my other one, which is called Job Search Radio. The two are the number 1 and number 2 shows about job search in iTunes. No other show is anywhere near close to these. You heard the number for this show. The other one has over 600 episodes already. So again, subscribe to both. There's great stuff there. Now, let's get going, okay? You know, one of those classic interview questions that people are asked all the time is, tell me about a mistake you made and what you learned from it. Now, the problem with this for entry-level people, for recent grads in one form or another, is, there just aren't a lot of choices. At least ones that you think are going to sound good to an interviewer. So I want to kind of give you a suggestion of one. And it's an easy one, and it may not be truthful, but work with me here. I'm trying to offer an example of how to think your way through this one. And the example I'm going to offer you is, when I was in school, in high school, I really wanted to get into this school, but I also wanted to have a lot of friends. So I made choices that weren't ideal for me to get those grades. And boy, did it hurt when I didn't get into, pick the name of the school. Now, I got into a school I was really happy with, but I really wanted to get into that one. And the idea here is to now pivot to what you learned from it. Because it's not just enough to talk about the mistake that you made. It's important to talk about what you learned from it, because that's the thing that they're fishing for. Are you someone who's just a whiner and complainer, or are you someone who learns from the experiences and takes the lessons? So, I really want to get into, University of Chicago, Penn, Harvard, Stanford, whatever. And I really want to do that, but, at that stage in life, I was really into my friends, and I didn't put in my best effort through high school. Didn't do it in junior high as well, but, I had this fantasy that I could kind of get in there without putting in the work. And boy, was I wrong. I've really learned that if I want to get something, I can't go half effort into it. I've got to go at 100% effort. I have to really give it my all and give myself the best chance. Now, it's certainly possible I might not have gotten into those schools, but I'll never know because I didn't really try hard enough to get in there. I didn't understand that I could lose and not just simply win. So for me, what I've learned is always, without a doubt, put in best effort when I'm trying to do something. So that's the formula to it. You talk about something, you share some version of pain or mishap. I have another video that talks about it for when you're an adult, because you can't always go back. It's not that you're not an adult now, but when you're older and you have some work experiences, the way I should have languaged it, where you reference something from early in your career. But for now, as a recent grad or as a soon-to-be grad, you talk about school, because that's the frame of reference that most interviewers will have for you. So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, here are a few ways to engage with me. First of all, I just want to start by saying that I no longer do recruiting. I coach people to perform at a high level. So again, I no longer do recruiting. But if you visit my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, and look at the tabs on the top, you'll see a menu of choices available to you. First of all, you can hire me to do a resume and or LinkedIn profile critique, interview preparation, help you with a salary negotiation, answer your questions about your job search, advise you about a decision you have to make about a job offer. Those are all there as an option. I can do a job search makeover with you where we critique everything you've been doing in your search up until that point and come up with alternatives. If you're relatively early in your search, we can do a complete coaching program where I work with you from beginning to end in half-hour increments so it doesn't have to take a lot of time for each session. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. Mention that you listen to the show because I love hearing from folks who like it and are interested in my help. Again, linkedin.com/IN/thebiggamehunter. You can take my classes on Skillshare too and become a premium member for 99 cents for the first few months. I have a link in the show notes. Just follow that link, sign up, take my classes. Lastly, I want to mention to you, you can find a lot of information at thebiggamehunter.us, and at times it may seem like it's too much. So you can look at the best of my material at jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information that you can watch, listen to, or read to help you find work more quickly. Again, that's jobsearchcoachinghq.com. I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Take care.
What a matchup!
And what a team, Mike. Metro PCS and the iPhone SE for $0 on a network that covers 99% of people in the U.S. Oh, impressive.
Play with the best. Switch to Metro PCS on an unlimited LTE plan and get a 32-gig iPhone SE for $0. Metro PCS. Coverage not available in some areas, plus sales tax. Claim based on talk and text. Not valid for active numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro PCS in the past 90 days. See store for details and terms and conditions.